Sanjiv Srinivasan, who has journeyed from being a theatre actor to a stand up comedian. Laughter is the best medicine, is his life mantra. Let's hear from Sanjiv about his journey as a stand up comedian. What was the transition like, and what drove the transition from theatre actor to stand up comedian?
When I was based out of Bangalore, I used to do playback theatre. I got trained in playback theatre and I did for a few months. And when I moved here, I realized that Mumbai is an opportunity. It's an opportunity minefield for theatre actors. So I thought I'll get a lot of opportunity here. But as it goes with theatre, you have to operate in a group. Alone, you can't do anything. And there are people who've given like 24/7. All they do is in and out, they do only theatre, which I don't. So my wife suggested, why don't you try stand-up comedy? So which I started trying.
And you must have faced initial hurdles while transitioning to stand-up comedian. And so what kind of hurdles did you face and how did you navigate those?
The biggest hurdle as a stand-up comedian I still face is to get the laughter out of the audience. That's the biggest hurdle. And initially when I started off, my mindset was, if I'm laughing at a joke, the audience will laugh. I went with that presumption.
Yeah.
When I got on stage, I realized that whatever I was laughing at, the audience wasn't even bothered about it. Nobody was laughing.
Okay. And how did CapJy help you in this journey of yours?
Oh, so CapJy has been like literally the backbone of my comedy career, if I have to say.
Okay.
When I joined CapJy in 2019, the first time I got to interact with the Mumbai leadership team was for a leadership offsite where I was asked to do stand-up comedy.
So tell us a little about your show, Srini and Subbu. How did you start and where is it headed now?
We started off during COVID because we were all on, everything was online, right? So we used to meet at, sometimes during open mics that we used to do, this friend of mine Anand and me, we used to meet at open mics and we had a connect. We were like, maybe we should try doing something together. Then we started off with writing some material and doing online shows. And I used to perform separately, he used to perform separately. He had the idea, why don't we do this together? And the common thread that connected both of us were South Indians. Both of us have never lived in South India. So that was the premise that we set up and we started writing it.
So what's your mantra for comedy and how do you like to keep your comedy?
My whole purpose of comedy is to give the people who come for the show a clean environment. Focus has always been on clean comedy, which I can take my mom and make her sit in the front row and say, sit, it's a comedy show which I'm performing. I can take my kids and my wife safely and say, sit down, listen to me. Essentially, that's the whole premise on which my comedy is built on.